Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another amazing Saturday. It is bright and sunny outside after a uh, cloudy morning, and I'm sure many of you must be uh, looking for getting away from the heat because temperatures are touching another level of heat wave, and as we know, North India is facing heat wave conditions right now, and many of you, especially those who are there in Delhi, and you have gone out to cast your vote, must be uh, heat or also seeing the effect of heat wave on yourself. And another important thing which has happened during this period is the pressure created on the parents and the children for selecting the right kind of career or subjects which they are, especially if they are coming passing their 10th vote now, which are subject to select for India 11th, 12th, and those who have cleared their 12th, moving on to the next level. And I'm sure many of you must be either as parents or as uh, students face this challenge. So, Najma, I'm trying to add you. I have sent you a request. I don't know what is happening. And Sunil, I'll also call you in a little while. Thank you for joining my live. So, let me see what is happening. Yeah, Najma, I have accepted your. Hi, Divya, welcome. And so I just wanted to see and talk to this.
Yes.
Hi, Najma, how
Hi.
are you?
Yes. Hi. Hi. Yes, I'm doing fantastic. You can hear me? See me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, I can see you, and I hope you can also hear me and see me
Yes. Yes.
clearly.
A
So,
big
welcome,
hello
Najma.
to. Thank you. Thank you. A big hello to everyone who are all watching today or later on. A big hello
Yes,
and thank you so much, Aditya, for inviting me. Yes. Let's continue.
yeah. So, Najma, I was just starting the thing, and I was talking about the challenges that the students and parents must be facing at this time of the year, because the board results have just been announced,
Yes.
and many of them must be looking for a future careers and options which they can see. And so, what is your experience been in this regard?
Yes, Aditya, actually this is the season where the studies have been completed and now everyone is looking forward to get themselves in career. So
Yeah.
they are looking ahead to launch their career journey. So that is where I step in. I am a career growth coach as
Uh-huh.
well as life coach.
Oh,
So I help in the job seekers to groom them on the presentation skills and interview skills where because studies were totally different and once you get a job it is totally entire different scenario and different environment, so they have to what do you say, they have to dwell in that environment, so it is a complete transformation. So that is where we have to guide them, coach them, that how they should secure a good lucrative job and how to put forth a career blueprint. That's where
yeah.
I help individuals in getting career growth.
Okay. So, however, before we come on to that part, first thing which I have observed when I am interacting with the young students and also parents is that they are not very clear about firstly as to what should they do in their career, what kind of career profile should they look for. And secondly, most of them are following the traditional ways. That is either they are preparing for NEET to take on medical, or for the JEE for engineering. So these are the two things which they have been used to, and you see every year most of the children and parents are spending their large amount of time, effort, and money to crack these exams, and they don't see beyond that, even though there are so many other options available to them to prepare for. So, what would be your take on this, or what is your experience in this regard?
Yes, definitely, Aditya. This is the core reality of our in society or mentality, you can say. So people are spending the fortune to get the career that is traditional career. See, I'm not telling getting a traditional career is wrong, but those markets have been already saturated. You have to explore new career options. There are plenty of startups which are coming in where they need a new generation who are more creative. So first thing what I suggest is first you lay out your career path and then accordingly pursue your education. But here it is a different. First you complete your education, then you decide your career. That is other way around. So first you have to decide in which career you have to enter, either medicine or engineering, that is software, or IT, or which is other career streams like accounting. Then you have to pursue your subjects accordingly. So that's my take on laying out. Then we can save a fortune. Parents can save a lot of money and time and effort, because students also put their heart and soul in learning the education which will not get them a proper lucrative career or a stable job. So that's my take. Now, since AI has taken over the entire global market, I suggest do the things which are lucrative in the next 10 years or maybe 20 years down the line. Not what earlier people used to do, the traditional jobs like doctor, lawyers, engineers. So that market is already saturated. We have a number of people there. So be creative, follow your passions.
So one more thing related to this is that especially where do the students or the parents start? At what stage should they start when you say talk about charting your career path? So where do you start from, and who do they go to? Because many of times what we have seen is people think that they can go to Google and search everything, and thereafter they're experts. But Google is not the solution for everything. So you have to go to first you have to seek guidance of experts. And at what level should they start? When the child is in which standard, a 9, 10, or which standard should they start from? Because many a time you put them in these coaching classes right from 8th standard to prepare for either NEET or engineering. But that creates a tremendous amount of pressure on the child.
Yes. See, what I suggest is, if you want to pursue your career in sports, will you wait until you finish your graduation and then pursue your career in sports? No, right? You start from the early ages. So what I suggest is, high school is the best. First thing, they have to take career guidance with an expert. Depending on the interest of the child and intellect of the child. Because parents are forcing the subjects which the child cannot handle. See, I'll give you a simple example. Mathematics is easy for one child and extremely difficult for another child. Similarly, chemistry. So, depending on the mental capacity of a child, that they have to select the subject, and accordingly, depending on their interest of their career, they have to decide from the 8th standard, I suggest. From as soon as they enter high school, they have to first lay out the career map, and then with the interest and with the combined focus of parents as well as children. Now it is high time that they discuss the career among parents and then they decide their career.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I
high school I suggest is the best.
And another thing is as you and I as coaches can actually sit down with the parents and the child, have an interaction with them, and understand as to what are their aspirations. Because most of the time we have seen that parents are trying to give their life to their own aspirations through their children. So as you mentioned, they want them to become a doctor or an engineer because they could not become, so they want their child to become. So, and they don't even understand what exactly the child is wanting. However, in today's world, with the kind of awareness that which is we have and our children have, and the kind of facilities which are available to them, we have expert services available to them, people who are expert career coaches and career mentors. So it is better for a parent and the child to approach them, sit down with them, firstly understand the what is the child good at, and thereafter, as you mentioned, decide a career path, and once you have decided the career path, then start working towards that.
And depending on the child's intellect capacity, they have to put the subject. What happens? Parents, they just force the child to achieve their failed dreams. Parents' failed dreams are now children's responsibility. So this is not the way. Now see, they have to see there are a lot of career options now in this era which has emerged. And people are doing really well in those, like for example, if I say digital marketing, branding, website development, these were all not considered to be a career earlier. But now full-fledged career they can make out of it. So similarly, there are many examples. So to become a digital marketer, you don't need to go to an IT or burn your hard-earned money and effort and time, and after that you become a digital marketer. Not necessarily. So pursue a subject which you are good at and where you can give 100%, and then secure a job which gives you mental peace. End of the day, all we require is that we should have a stress-free, balanced lifestyle. So that's my approach.
We have a query from one of our audience, Serene. He says, but in today's generation, students easily get distracted by others' dreams and they find lack of confidence in their own self. Please throw some light on that, sir. Okay, so what would be your advice to these students? How do they develop their confidence, and how do they prevent from getting affected by peer pressure or dreams of others? So what can they do about this?
Definitely, see, if someone is lacking self-confidence, that means they have been pressurized to do the stuff which either they are not liking it or they don't have the required skill for that. So that is where we underestimate ourselves and we don't feel confident about it. So for that itself, we as career coaches, again, they have to take expert guidance. We are here to help and build confidence in the child, and parent support is at most required. Nowadays, you have seen they think that becoming an YouTube influencer is very easy, but it requires the dedication and hard work. It is similar to pursuing an engineering degree. But comparatively, parents feel that the influencer is not that lucrative. They cannot build a career out of it. Whereas it's a stable job when you become a software engineer. But once the AI has taken over, now you only can say which job is now secure, influencer or software engineer. Okay, because influencer are leveraging the AI, whereas AI is taking over the software job. So you never know. See, now we are in 2024, we never know 5 years down the line what another revolution will come. Even in 2020, nobody had thought that ChatGPT will be the in thing now. Everybody thought Google is the king, Google is the boss. Now everyone, instead of Google, now they are using ChatGPT, including me.
Yeah.
for everything, and
Yes,
every
absolutely.
day there is improvements in ChatGPT. So we have to evolve. If a person don't change, then they will become extinct. That is my motto in life. I always tell, please change according to the scenario, transform yourself.
Absolutely.
Leave that old belief and adapt to the new belief with the current generation, whatever it is going on.
Yeah.
So don't pressurize children. One, don't pressurize children to pursue your failed aspirations and dreams. That's never going to happen. Even though if they become engineer, they will become a bad engineer. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying engineering is bad. If a child is liking to be an engineer, please let them be. But see the market, whether they will get a job or not. See the statistics, and then check whether that much financial support can you afford. At the stake of your health, at the stake of your why people are taking loans to
Yes.
get their
They
children educated.
they start with
Yes.
heavy loans to
Yes.
GVs. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Now
So,
education
so
loan is
Rajesh,
there.
yes.
Nowadays, students themselves are taking education loan.
Mhm.
What financial stability they will get? How can they
Absolutely.
concentrate on studies? If they think, we are burdening them at a very young age.
Absolutely.
I don't think this is required. So first thing, what my suggestion is, always take first career guidance, which career path you want to choose. First work on that. Then according to the interest and according to the financial support, decide a career, and also see in future whether this job will give a career growth. And next, once you get a job, or if you are facing any issues getting a job, since I am a career coach, I always extend my support and guidance to the students, to the employees who are willing to come up to my program and take benefit out of it.
So one more thing I want to ask you, Najma, is that what is the role of the schools in this entire process? Because yes, the schools can also play a major role by employing or having a career counselor or career guide on as they have teachers. They should also have expert career guides and career counselors who
Yes.
can help the students when they come in, say, 8th standard, to go through that the process of doing a psychometric test or assessment, so that they can identify what is their aptitude, what are their interests, and based on that, then they can chart a career path for the child, help them give options, 4 to 5 options from which they can select by
Yes.
sitting down with their parents. And once they have selected the option, then you start working backward. Now, okay, suppose I want to become a data scientist. So now for becoming a data scientist, what do I need to do right from the now from that means the moment I clear my 10th board, what subjects should I take in my 11th, 12th? Thereafter, which
Yes.
colleges should I prepare for? Which courses do I do? So how can schools help the children in this particular process and the parents also?
Yes. So what I suggest is schools should either collaborate with corporate companies to understand what is the job market or career options available that they can guide. And second thing is schools should empower their teachers
Yes.
in understanding the basic knowledge of career options available, so that teachers can guide the students to get an expert advice. As you told, people from companies should visit the school campus and tell them that these are the job options available. If you pursue this subject, if you pursue, for example, science or accounting, for example, what are the job opportunities you will be having? So that's how it works. You see, we have to, now it's high time that parents, schools, and we coaches should collaborate together, and even from corporate sector people should collaborate, because here always they do the blame game. Companies will always say that academics were not good. Academics will say we have taught as per what is required. Now it is company's job to train them.
Yeah.
So instead, why don't we, put such kind of training content in the syllabus itself?
Absolutely.
Let them learn from the academics only what is required to get a real job. So that's how it is. And also schools should bring coaches like us to come and give such enlightenment to the students, to the teachers, and to the existing faculty as well as parents on how they should groom their child they should be open to learning
Absolutely.
and real knowledge. School institutions should be becoming a knowledge center rather than information center. Nowadays, information is available everywhere. Google is the biggest channel for information. Schools should teach real knowledge. And practical knowledge where we should. Now, if I learn something in school, I should know where it is utilized.
Yes, absolutely.
Where it should be used. If I am learning area of a square, I should know where I should use this area of square. I can go home and I should measure my own room, my own living room, or my own kitchen, or my own table. I should measure and I should come next day and tell that yes, this formula I applied. So practical application is what required, because it's becoming two different directions. Like what we are learning in school, we are not putting in use in the practical situation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not only even in colleges also, like you must have seen that so many people who are doing their engineering or even doctors also, they spend so much of money on doing these courses, and after they have become engineers or doctors, they don't follow that profession, but they go to different professions. They'll do MBA and they will join the financial sector. They'll join banks and financial institutions,
yes,
or they will prepare for IAS and become a bureaucrat. So what is the use of that actually?
Yes.
And one more thing, Najma, I want to ask you is, this the new policy which the government has announced, a new education policy. There is also now realization on certain special skill set or skill development. So what are the skills as per you which the schools and parents should focus and the children should focus, which will help them not only selecting a career also, but also when they go out and work in an organization, what are the specific skills that they should develop while they are in school?
Yes. See, there is a huge market for architects. Everybody need a house, and interior designing, electrical,
yes,
plumbing. There are so many things. Furniture. Next to food comes furniture. They can pursue careers in such aspects where it is utilized and they get benefit out of it.
Yeah.
And also see, if a person is pursuing accounting, so he should have the knowledge that he should be knowledgeable enough to do his financial planning.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Your own personal financial planning.
Yes, personal finances. So because after you pursue your academics, people don't know how to manage their money. Then what is the use of studying numbers?
Yes.
Where numbers are used? See, we like numbers in money wise. I learned through real knowledge. My mom taught me how to count money. Then only I started liking mathematics.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it was other way around. It was other way around. Okay.
And
so these decimal fractions, what we learn, we should actually imply in the practical knowledge. Practical by counting money or counting the real stuff. Then we will understand.
Yeah. Okay. And one more thing is I want to ask you, Najma, is that now there's so much focus on sports. For example, we have IPL, we have so many leagues going on for every sport, yes, whether it is not only cricket but hockey, football, basketball, even kabaddi, wrestling. So
Olympics.
Sport is another field which the children can select, and it will definitely become a proper profession for them. Like we see IPL which is going on. We have so many success stories wherein children from very low level of society did not have any support, and suddenly because they have talent for the right coaching and direction, they are doing amazing well and earning also in a great way. So
yes,
we can think of these also as a proper career.
See, a person if you want to persuade parents to opt for sports as a career, then we need interventions from the companies for sponsorship and as well as our government agencies. If they take big bold steps, definitely we can scale in Olympics and other sports, not just focusing on one sport.
Yeah.
and the glamorizing the sport. Instead, focus on so many other sports where there is a real talent and there are people who want to pursue, but they are not getting proper sponsorship and neither they are getting government support. So for that, we need to take steps in a much bigger scale. Then we can definitely scale these options, so that we have to showcase that yes, we can get a career out of it, out of these fields also. That time, if I want my child to become a sports person, definitely I will start from the early ages on. If I want my child to become a swimmer, I will not wait until he become graduate. I should put him in swimming
when they are 4-5 years old. Yes, absolutely.
From early ages. Yes, from early ages, so that they can become champions later on.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. And it's a different discussion altogether, Aditya.
Then I also want to ask you, Najma, about there are so many non-traditional professions or new professions, or they are professional, what like they are totally out of league. For example, if you are fond of traveling, if you are fond of food, or if you're fond of photography, you can actually convert your hobbies also into profession. Like we have travel bloggers who are very successful. You talked about influencers, social media influencers. You saw people who become expert
food
into
bloggers.
Food bloggers. They visit and not only food blog, fashion bloggers. And even sports, so there are so many new and non-traditional things, professions coming into play. Like for example, music and music in terms of not only singing or dancing, but also into performing arts in your clubs and other places if you have the talent. So again, identification of talent in your child becomes very, very important, and doing that at an early age so that you focus in the right direction from the beginning and help them excel in whatever they have chosen. So in addition to academic development of the overall personality of a child has also become very, very important. What is your view on that?
See, any passion or any hobby for that matter, if you want to make a career out of it, first you have to have interest in that, and your passion should be very strong. And next is parent support is required. Until unless the parent support, family support and guidance and inspiration and motivation is not there in the family, then pursuing that career is little challenging. There are people who have got a very good career out of it, and there are few successful people who have left their profession and then they are started pursuing their hobbies and passions in music, in dance, in vlogging and everything. Nowadays we see doctors, traditional lawyers, they are leveraging their existing knowledge. Alongside, they are now, for example, if I want to become a food blogger, I am a doctor, then definitely I will, in that way I can be more good food blogger, because I know which is right food, which is not good food, and what is the time, everything. So I can be that into holistic approach. So there are nowadays, I am telling you, this era of 2024, or you may say this 21st century, is a boon and blessing to the existing generation. The Gen Z, what we call the Alpha generation and the Gen Z, they can leverage the existing thing. Now I saw the other day a person who is a musician using AI tool to make more enhancing music. It was really wonderful.
Absolutely.
And now language is not at all a barrier now. Now we see across all the languages. Now you saw that song from Sri Lanka got viral. There are few songs which are in Spanish songs. They are always included. And people also sing, even though we don't understand Spanish language, we sing those songs. So language is not, and in India it's like a hub of languages. We sing across all languages. So they can pursue. The first thing is required is please trust your child on their career choices and give them that space, that environment for them to pursue that. So we
Absolutely.
don't allow. So actually, what happens is parents are not allowing their children to select their choice of career because of the fear of failure, and other thing is the pressure from the society. These are the few aspects that parents should work on. That
Yeah.
these other things all the child will pursue.
Yes,
That's
so,
about it.
you brought about a very, very important point about the parents, that the parents have to change their mindset.
Yes,
And
yes,
and they have to be more open to give that freedom of thought and action to their child to think freely, and also get over that fear of failure.
yes,
And if they let them try new things, let them fail at that, let them learn from the failures, and then see how I can improve myself and become successful. Because as we say, that failure is the stepping stone to success, and that is where here I would also want to add one thing. Like I have written I'm an author of a book called Fearful to Fearless, wherein I talk
yes,
about this only, how you can learn from your failures, how you can become fearless, and how you can convert your fears into your stepping stone to success. Because everybody will face failure at some stage or other in their life. We will face challenges, we'll face setbacks. But how can we develop the right mindset so that we can learn from these failures and use them as a stepping stone for success, and also do not get disheartened by failure? And
yes,
that is
yes. That's
very, very important, not only for children, but even for the parents also, and also the society at large. At every level, this is very important. So yes, Najma, if our audience, or if there we have somebody in the audience who wants to interact with you or with me directly, or you want to know more about how they can go about helping their children to find the right career, or identify their aptitude and interest, they can connect with us directly also, or
yes, yes,
can send us a message, and we will be very happy to help them.
yes.
Anything else you want to add on to
Yes,
this before we wind up for the day?
yes. My core belief is failure is not a demotivation factor. Failure
Yes,
is always a opportunity to learn new things. So if
yes,
you become
absolutely.
successful in the first step, you will not take the second step. So
Mhm.
you will not explore other options. If you fail in one thing, that means there are 100 different things which you have not explored. Go and explore those things. Don't be disheartened with
Absolutely.
failure. And yes, we as a career guidance coach, we are always there to help you, support you, and we are extending our support and contribution to the society at large. Please get connected with me or Mr. Aditya. We are there to help you and guide you, and take the leverage, take the benefit of coaches. So if you learn, it will take another 5-10 years. Leverage
Absolutely.
the knowledge which we already have.
Yeah,
Okay, and
we
make
will do
better
all the
next.
homework for you. We will
Yes,
do the
yes,
research, we'll do the homework for you, so that you don't have to depend only on Google or Chat GPT, but you will
yes,
get
yes,
expert knowledge and advice
yes.
to take the right kind
Thank
of
you.
decision for selecting the right career for your child, uh,
Yes,
and then
yes.
help them become successful. Yeah,
Yes, definitely. Let's make our society, our India, a very happy place, very beautiful place, and successful with successful people, and in their not just in their careers, in their entire life, in their relationship, in their money wise, in the wellness and happiness wise. So thank you, Mr. Aditya, for inviting me and having a
thank you,
heart to
Rajma.
heart
Thank you very much.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, it's a
and thank you
pleasure to
very
be
much.
here.
And it was a pleasure for me also to have you on this show and
Yes,
share your views on, especially related to this very, very important subject, which people tend to ignore, as to how they can work towards the success of their children, and how they can seek expert advice. And
yes,
I'm sure the audience would have found it useful. And we'll see you again next week, next Saturday, 4 p.m., with a new topic. And if you want us to speak to you about something special, you can always send us a message either to me or Najma, and we'll discuss that on our number. So thank you very much, Najma. Thank you,
Yes, thank you.
and have a great weekend. And
Yes,
thank you for
so much
joining
for
yes. Yeah,
thank you for inviting me. It's a wonderful thing. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.